Hey, so is Amazon PPC worth it? I'm going to discuss it in this video. Here with me, Adrian and Kris. They have two companies that they created. So Amvisible agency that helps you with different things on Amazon, and also AdFixer, which is Amazon PPC automation software. We have a tutorial as well with the guys about their tool, AdFixer. It's going to be linked in the description. There's going to be the website of the tool, free trial, discount, also the website of their agency. So if you need any help, they can help you guys. Adrian and Kris, can you introduce yourselves? And then we're going to dive into the topic of, is Amazon PPC actually worth it? Yeah, welcome.
So, hello, my name is Hristo. I'm co-founder of Amvisible and AdFixer. Here to me is my colleague Adrian.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to be on here. We're Adrian and Hristo from AdFixer and Amvisible.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. Good to have you for another video. So, yeah, and you do PPC as your software is PPC, and with your agency, part of it is also PPC. Is it worth it? Just like literally, is it worth it? What do you think? Like, let's talk about it a little bit. I'm a seller myself, so we're using PPC, but I'm curious to hear what's your thought on it. Is it worth it? Like, maybe some people don't even want to use it. Some people are thinking of using it. Is it worth it? What do you think? Because you run PPC for many people use your software. What do you think?
Our stance is it's worth it if you're doing it the correct way. So what I always like to say is all the visuals, and the PPC, they go hand by hand. You can't have one without the other. It's the most consistent way of ranking, of getting sales. I think that it's worth it. That's our stance on it.
For me, it's not only worth it, it's important to have PPC and a good visible product so that people can click on it and buy it. That's the main strategy.
So basically you're saying it's worth it because it's helping rank, it's helping eventually get organic sales, I guess.
Yes.
And but in order for it to be worth it, Adrian, as you mentioned, people need to know how to use it and actually have some strategy behind it. Maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit. What does it mean? Like, what does it mean to have some strategy? Like, for example, someone who's new and they're thinking of PPC, what would be, of course, it depends on market, on product, but generally strategy, how people should think before they even turn on their campaign. What do you think?
Well, most importantly is for people to differentiate what their product is. So if they're doing wholesale, it's a whole different strategy there. But mainly we're going to talk about private label here.
Yeah.
You have your own product. You want people to know about it, to see it. You can't get any sales without the PPC. It will be either in the honeymoon phase, you can get some sales, but after that, you can't maintain the tempo. You have to have PPC. Amazon likes it when you do PPC. Let's say if you're a starting out brand, you're selling in Germany, UK, or USA. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. You're a new brand. People don't really know about you. Nobody is going to look for your product. You won't even show up. If people search for this product, you'll be on the last page, if you're even there, if you're in the catalog. So you have to do that to win the buy box, to generate some sales, to show Amazon that your product is good, and for their algorithms to start working in your favor. That's all done by PPC campaigns in Amazon. Of course, you can look at it from a different perspective. You can generate outside traffic. That's also a good strategy, but it's a lot harder to do, and it's not so consistent. And what I mean by strategies is if you're currently selling on Amazon, you have a different strategy from, let's say, if you're a starting out brand. You're starting out today. You need to go all in on the PPC. You need to be everywhere. You need to test out keywords for your product. You need to know what works for you so you can focus on that later. Generally speaking, that's the product launch strategy. You have other strategies like maintaining current tempo or ranking, where you've been selling for a while. People kind of know your brand. You want to use exact search terms to rank on that, go with higher budgets on those keywords. That's if you have a brand already, if you have been selling for quite a while and you know what you're actually doing. Different strategies, let's say brand awareness. You want to build brand awareness for your brand, so you're showing up in a lot of places. Strategies also using keywords that are not really relevant to you, but people can see it. Sort of like if you have a billboard, a lot of people will see it, none of them will buy it. You can do that in Amazon also. You can go on different keywords that are not really relevant to you, but a lot of people will see it. So that's like of having your own little billboard in Amazon. That's a different strategy that people can use. You know, you can always target other people's ASINs. You can do it with product targeting. I would say that a good strategy there is going for people who have less reviews than you, more bad reviews than you. Their price is higher. You can target their ASINs. That's, I would say, a good strategy. We use it really often. Also, if you want to protect your listings from people like us who target your ASINs, you can go with your own ASINs. You can do product targeting on your products with your other products. That way, all the space in your ASINs is basically you. So if you go and bid higher, people are usually not gonna go after your ASINs. So let's say if you rank up the bid $2, $3, $4, $5, people are not gonna be able to spend that much money just to be under your ASINs. So that's you're protecting your listing. There are a lot of strategies that people can use. And but before that, they have to know what their current stage is, what they can afford. You know, they have to understand the metrics that they have to look into. Overall, PPC is worth it. You just have to know what you're doing.
I agree. I mean, yeah, we're using it for our own business as well, and it helps rank. Well, we're actually striving to get organic positions with the PPC mostly. That's what eventually, or at least one of the things we're thinking about. But also, yeah, I like the defensive campaigns approach when you set up PPC on your own listings and then you outbid heavily the competition, and then they just kind of maybe you're spending money on people clicking on your own products, but at least they're staying within your ecosystem and they might buy another product of yours. So that's a cool thing. But yeah, we use it for product launch and also we never turn it off. Actually, we always use it. Some people turn it off. I know sometimes they get to some maybe organic positions and they tend to maybe turn it off for those keywords, or they just keep it on very like minimal PPC involvement there. Again, it depends on the strategy on the product, but I would say it's also worth it. Chris, do you have anything to add?
We suggest never to stop the PPC.
Yeah.
But you can put it like with smaller budget just to run up there, but never stop the PPC because Amazon doesn't like this, and your rank is gonna go down pretty heavily. And you're gonna lose organic sales and also from the PPC strategy sales.
Very cool. Anything else, guys, you'd like to add before we wrap up this video? I mean, also I'll remind our viewers and listeners that we have AdFixer, which is your software for Amazon PPC automation. So for those who are maybe beginners or they don't really know how to do PPC, there's a tutorial in the description of how to use it. In a few clicks, it's possible to create campaigns, Amazon PPC campaigns, and there's a strategy behind those campaigns, and there's a specific funnel that the software fully does it for you, the viewer. So I would recommend you checking it out in the description. There's a tutorial, free trial, and a recurring discount as well. But that's for those who want to kind of set up the PPC running for them. But yeah, anything else, guys, I should have asked you or have not, or something you would like to add on this topic of is it worth it or not? Feel free.
The one thing that comes to mind is a famous quote by Henry Ford. Yes, saying stopping advertising to save money for a business is like stopping the clock to save time. You know, it doesn't work that way.
So you got to keep it going and keep growing this way or another. And I think we mentioned beforehand, finding new placements. Maybe let's say if we're selling kitchen scissors for the kitchen, maybe then we'll try to advertise it further on kitchen accessories maybe, or something like that, to maybe get even more real estate, more placements, more sales eventually. And we don't really stop it because Chris, as you mentioned, Amazon maybe doesn't like it too much, so we at least keep it on some level.
Even if you achieve a level, let's say 30% comes from your page traffic, 70% comes from organic traffic. if you stop the PPC, you won't receive the same 70% that you was getting before that. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So also, as I mentioned, we also kind of just keep the PPC going. But again, there's different maybe people who do different things. But mostly what I hear, most of the sellers never turn it off. They, of course, optimize it, but they just keep it on. And it always works. Plus, there's so many new things with the PPC on Amazon. They have new placements, they have video, and there's so much to test, so much to try. And cool. So I would say, sounds like it's worth it. Again, we can have viewers maybe sharing their thoughts in the comments. Maybe for them it wasn't really worth it, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe people get different results as well. And sometimes if the creatives on the listings are not good, like pictures or titles and bullets, so maybe then PPC doesn't work. But generally, if things are kind of set up for a successful PPC campaign, so like good reviews, good title, good bullet points, good pictures, usually probably it will do good for this listing and the whole business.
Also, bullet points and backend keywords.
Yeah, correct.
Because you have on the title and the bullets, you have to put like the product. If you're selling water, you have to put water. If it's alkane or something like that, mineral water, you have to put also keywords. But in the backend keywords, you have to put keywords that are not mentioned on your title and also on your bullet points. Now Amazon offers you can put more than 2,500 characters, and you also have to include them there. This also helps the PPC. And also we have a free consultation. Right. You can hop up even if you didn't start, or if you already started, we can schedule a meeting and go over everything, and we can make your perfect plan how to structure your product.
Pretty cool. We're going to have all the links to all the stuff you do, guys, your agency, and also Amazon PPC automation software in the description for all the goodies there. And yeah, thank you for sharing your thoughts about this topic. Is Amazon PPC worth it? Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Thank you again.
Thank you.